Hello everyone, this is Shalain Prasad from Terracotta Product Management. Today you're going to learn how to install Terracotta DB using SoftwareAG installer. As you can see on my screen, I already have the installer up and running. We are going to leave everything as default, the installation directory as C SoftwareAG, the host name or IP address of the server where I'm running this, and the startup group menu name as SoftwareAG itself. Let's click Next. You'll be offered an installer tree. Let's scroll down and expand Terracotta here. And once we do that, we are going to expand Terracotta DB and we'll see the 5 different subcomponents of Terracotta DB which can be installed through installer. The first one is your server 10.1. This is the server node which you need to select if you're installing an active or a passive on a particular node. Then you have your cluster tool, which is a command line utility which is brand new to Terracotta DB, which lets you create, configure, reconfigure, take dumps. So this is a utility which you need to install in order to install the license file, and you cannot run Terracotta server without running cluster tool, even if you are a single stripe, single node server. So keep in mind when you select cluster tool, you will need to have your license file in hand because it will be asked to be provided in the next few panels. The third component here is the EHCache client libraries 10.1. These are the client libraries that lets you interface with the EHCache 3 APIs to write your applications. The EHCache 3 APIs are your GSR 107 based APIs for all your caching needs. The fourth component here, as you can see, is the Management Console 10.1. This is your web-based application that lets you manage and monitor Terracotta server array and all the client and server-side entities, look at the stats and stuff like that. The fifth one here, the fifth subcomponent inside Terracotta DB is your TC Store client libraries 10.1. These are the APIs, brand new APIs, which provides you a capability to interface with this new storage engine to let you write application to store data for both your analytical and operational workloads. These are the brand new APIs for your storage solutions. I'm going to go ahead and select all of them. I do want to highlight something else here. You go scroll up and expand infrastructure. And you can see Java is already being selected there. Let's expand shared platform and then expand bundles. As you can see here that there is a Terracotta node and the Terracotta DB bundle is the shared bundle is automatically selected. Then I'm going to go ahead and select both EHCache and TC Store shared bundles from this platform. Then I'm going to go ahead and show you another component where Terracotta DB has your platform manager plugins. These are the libraries which are being installed on your SPM for your command central and lets you monitor the life cycle of Terracotta DB servers through command central. So I selected that. I showed you that you can actually go ahead and select Command Central and the plugin for the Command Central, the SPM plugin. Click Next and you will see that I just skipped all that portion where we are it's going to take time. As you saw that I have selected Cluster 2, it is popping me with a screen to provide the license file. So I'm going to browse through that, and my license file is in my downloads directory. And I select Terracotta DB license file here. The default port for TMC is 9480. And because I selected Command Central, it is also asking me to provide the port for Command Central. As you can see, I'm not changing anything. I'm leaving everything to the default. The Command Central port is also left at default. And you will see the list of things which we're going to install now from the installer tree. Let's click Next. And this is going to take a while, so I'm going to just go ahead and and skip through the videos so that we don't have to wait. And here we are back again. It prompts you to unblock your firewall settings in case if you have any firewall settings enabled for your Java. So I unblock that, and you can see that I skipped through again. And here it is, your Terracotta DB server is now installed. So let's go and look at the File Explorer and see how the installation directory looks like. C drive, SoftwareAG. So this is your SoftwareAG home directory where all your SoftwareAG products gets installed. You see Terracotta DB is already there along with Command Central, the JVM, and everything else. This is a common library where your Terracotta client libraries got installed. So you can see here Terracotta EHCache client libraries, Terracotta Store client libraries, and Terracotta Common client libraries. And then you have Terracotta DB folders. So you will have two subfolders under Terracotta DB: server, which has bin, where you have the startup scripts for Terracotta server nodes. You have conf, where you have a sample TC config, which could be your default configuration when you just start the script without a configuration file. And then you also have a library folder inside server where you have all the common logback files and log for logging and other stuff. Then in your tools, you have management, which is your TMC, and then you have cluster tool. And here I want to highlight that inside cluster tool directory, you have the bin folder where you can run your cluster tool command. So there's a cluster tool .bat or .sh file which gets installed inside the bin, which you can run in order to configure your cluster tool, and I will cover that in a separate video, as you can see now. And then if you remember, we have to provide a license file while we selected cluster tool. So when you provide that license file, it gets copied here in your cluster tool conf directory. Please remember that, because when you run your cluster tool, you will be asked to provide a path to your license file. And then you have your library files for your cluster tool. And then I'm going into the management, and inside management you have bin for startup and stop, you have conf for TMC configuration, and then you have your tms.jar. Well, that's about it as far as the installation folder is concerned. Thank you for watching this video today. Bye now.